Chapter 18. So we go and stop him? Sully said, matter-of-factly. Bro looked down at him. I don't know if I like the idea of mutiny proper, sir. You like the idea of exploding better? Well, I didn't go and say that now, did I? The rhinoceros retorted. The man in red glanced back at them. No. It's fairly simple. We're going to have to lure him down to the engines. Once there... Why the engines? Bro blurted. If you let me finish. The Time Lord in the crimson suit glanced at his watch. Once in the engine room, we can somehow get the electroform out of the captain. I think the resultant artificial gravity will suck the offending energy criminal right into the intake valve. That's good, Sully asked. Good as a point of view. Traveler shrugged. It would most likely be good for us. Not so great for the electroform. Bro asked. What's going to happen to it? It will be turned into engine fuel. Vaporized. Oh. That's what you get when you don't play nice, the retired Commodore blurted in an attempt to comfort the rhinoform. The man in red pursed his lips but said nothing. The captain was going insane. Overwhelmed by urges he couldn't understand, let alone hope to control. He sat in his command chair, all alone on the bridge. He'd strapped himself in as he waited for the migraine parade to bash its way through his skull, telling him to head back home. Everything would be fine if he just went home, but he knew that wasn't really what was going on here. Or at least he felt as much. Flashes spread through his visual and auditory recollections. He was hearing things that weren't there. Seeing things. Others' memories, perhaps. It was too much. The steel grip of his chair crunched under the rhinoform's powerful fist as his head shook back and forth in a futile attempt to clear away these damnable visions. There were sitcoms, rom-coms, radio shows, all from ancient Earth. The signals had made their way here over the centuries to the Perseids through countless light years of space. It was the perfect cover, of course, for an electroform. The knocking was obnoxious. It started off slowly, then grew into an ever more urgent and incessant pounding. The captain assumed it was another hallucination, as the entire crew had been evacuated. At that moment, the door exploded outward in a fury of sparks and shrapnel, and then barking. Barking? You need to come with us, muttered a humanoid dressed in red. The captain slowly looked over, his dented helmet a plain confession to the turmoil and destruction he'd wrought while partially possessed by the electroform. Did you bring a dog onto the bridge? The silicone puppy yapped at the captain in response. Yes. The stranger in the crimson smiled haphazardly. Do you like dogs? Looking away, the captain replied, No. Suddenly, he jolted. The man in red knew he wasn't the captain anymore. The energy creature had relegated the captain's consciousness to the background, and it showed as the rhinoform tore from his constraints, standing upright to his full 9-foot stature. Traveler, Sully, and Bro each took an involuntary step back as the creature removed his helmet. Barely visible through the bright electric static was the Jadoon's face. Energy flowed almost like liquid out of his eyes. Speaking as a retired naval commodore, Sully began. The Time Lord rubbed his eyes. Oh, dear God. Sully continued. We happy few whom have traversed the wide and wild. Noting an opportunity, the man in red tried to activate something on his crimson arm of time. The electroformed Jadoon captain suddenly held out his enormous hand and let loose a veritable tidal wave of cracking electrical current which sent the unprepared alien hurtling across the massive, empty room.